Hi guys, I'm going to be talking about osmosis and diffusion, and osmosis basically is the diffusion of H2O across a semi-permeable membrane. Included in diffusion and osmosis, they have something called solutions, which include a solvent, which would be H2O, and a solute, which is just something that dissolves in it. It can be salt, it can be pre, which I'm using today, and then you combine the two and have it dissolve, and then you have a solution. And don't worry, I'm going to break it down a little bit more because, repeating again, osmosis is the diffusion of H2O through a semi-permeable membrane, but diffusion is taking things from a high concentration to a low concentration. So let me draw it out for you. Okay, on this side, I'm going to have a lower solute, which would be like my pre-workout in this scenario, and this side, I'm going to have a higher solute and pretend that I have more pre-workout on this side. So on the lower solute, because of all the open space, it's going to have more H2O. On this other side, I have a higher solute, so it's going to have less H2O in the mixture. Now, water likes to follow solute. So if there's more water on this side, it's going to transfer over to this side through the semi-permeable membrane to try and create a more equal or isotonic cell. So in the process of the H2O coming over to the higher solution is hopefully going to even it out and create a more equal or isotonic cell. Okay, I'm going to rip apart some papers now and write down a couple definitions of hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic. Think about it like this. You have hypertonic, and think of something like the ocean, and you hop in. Your skin gets all wrinkly and shrivels up. So that's the best way to explain it. It'll shrivel up and shrink if it's hypertonic. That just means that the solute is stronger outside of the cell than it is inside the cell. Next, we have our hypotonic, which I'm just going to crumple up for imaging reasons. But it's when it's lower in solute outside the cell. And as we said in class, it's like basically taking a cell and putting it in distilled water with no minerals. You're going to have a higher solute in the cell than you are outside the cell. So when you put it together, it'll expand and just swell. Lastly, we have an isotonic solution, which is the same amount of solute plus H2O. So combining them together, we're going to have an equal balance, and we won't have to worry about any shrinking or swelling, which is great. So through this, we talked about osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis being diffusing H2O through a semi-permeable membrane, and diffusion was taking a high concentration to a low, which we talked about with the pre-workout, the water, and having the solvent, solution, and solute. Hope that helped. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.